Everybody, it's Kim the Crafty Nomad, and I am back. This is going to be an episode of Talk With Me Tuesday. But first, I came home and I have a wonderful package in the mail, and I must talk about it. This is the just released, brand new on your Amazon shelves today, My Pretty Brown Doll. My Pretty Brown Doll crochet patterns for dolls that look like you. This is by the wonderful Yolanda Jordan, and she runs My Pretty Brown Doll and My Crochet Life. She is a full-time crochet artist, makes her living off of this, and so I'm so excited. I pre-ordered my book on Amazon. Today is the day that this book was released, and today this book came to me in the mail. So I just want to shout her out. She is also the creator behind the hashtag May Live a Day 2022 that I've been doing. She is the originator of that, and so I just wanted to give her a shout out at the beginning of my Talk With Me Tuesday and let you guys know that the book is available wherever books are sold, but I got mine on Amazon. So congratulations, Yolanda. Wonderful, wonderful job. I'm excited to get started with this book and to get a doll made from this. And but yeah, thank you so much. I love everything about it so far. Just flipping through it a little bit, but I literally just got it, so I'm excited to learn more. And yeah, this is the coolest ever. To see this woman come to this point of being a published author is inspiring, it's encouraging, and on a day like today, don't we need it? All right, so that's it. Let's get stitching. Grab your drink, grab your project, and let's chat. All right, guys, I'm working on this sweater. It's kind of an odd day to chat. Oh, I just forgot that I have been actually knitting this, whatever this is called. I never can remember which way is continental and which way is English, or if those two are the same. I should have looked it up, but I'll put it across the screen. But anyway, what I've been trying to do, this sweater is it's a baby cardigan by Joji Locatelli. It is a free pattern on Ravelry, and it's all garter stitch. So it's a garter stitch baby cardigan by Joji Locatelli. And since it is garter stitch, there will be no purling required. And I can do it, if I can get my tension right, I can do it like this for knitting stitches. I just haven't mastered a purl stitch. I mastered a purl stitch the other way, but let's see, why is today it's being difficult. I mastered the purl stitch the regular way that I normally knit. Of course, I just don't like to purl because it's just not as comfortable as knitting, and I really don't know why. It's just, I don't know. But anyway, I have not really learned how to purl this way. But since this particular pattern is all knit stitches, I have been doing it this way, and it definitely goes much faster when I can pick up the stitches like this. So that's what I'm doing. And yes, I'm trying to spend just a little time every day on this particular project. And I spent a good amount of time on it yesterday. And knit stitches just doesn't build up the fabric as quickly. But for my normal speed of things, these rows that I've done that I did yesterday, that was pretty good, because I'm doing it with this technique instead of my normal way. So normally when I am knitting, I have my yarn on this side, and I got mega muscle memory for this. But as you can see, it's a bigger motion, even though it doesn't take like I'm used to it. So, but it does take more time in general. Even though I don't have the muscle memory for this way yet, it's still quicker. Because look, the economy of motion is just barely having to move anything to get that stitch off the on one needle or off one needle and onto the other. So I'm going to try to do this whole thing, this whole sweater, using this technique, because the more I use it, the better I'll get at it. So you can see how quickly I'm getting through those stitches, because of economy of motion. Now my hands are not nearly as comfortable as they would be if I was doing it my normal way. But a lot of people say that because this yarn, the way you hold it now is very much like you hold yarn when you are crocheting. So a lot of people, when they learn how to knit, it feels more comfortable. I mean, when they learn how to knit after they've been crocheting, this way feels more comfortable. That's what I hear. But I actually learned how to knit first, and then I learned how to crochet. So, and they say that impacts how I hold my crochet hook. They say a lot of people who knit first and then come to crochet hold their crochet hook like a knife instead of like a pencil. And that's for sure how I hold mine. But anyway, I'll put this down and stitch a little bit more and talk to you guys. So anyway, guys, today is not a day filled with good news, and I won't belabor the point. I won't talk about my personal opinions about this, but I will say that my heart is broken when I think about the moms and dads who dropped their kids off this morning, the spouses who saw their spouse leave the house, everybody assuming, not thinking that they wouldn't see them again alive, and just thinking about the pain that these people are experiencing right now. My heart goes out to them. I mean, the sad thing is that it's just become too common. It's just become too common. And the only thing I will say is that, guys, it's not normal. It is not normal if you just Google it. This don't happen in other countries. This time, now I know other countries got other issues, but I'm talking about babies getting killed. These school shooting things, that is practically purely an American thing. And it's unbelievable. So anyway, I'm sorry. I try not to, talk about the issues of the day. I try to just stay with crochet, and I usually end up in argument when I do this. That's why I don't, because I got people who don't think like me, who are my friends, and they will say something and then I end up in trouble. And so I try to stay away from this kind of stuff, but you know, in the moment, emotions are high right now. And my heart, all I will say is this. I hope we can all stand with these families. Put yourself in their shoes and have some compassion and understand whatever comes out of their mouths, you know, is from a place of pain, and some of it will probably be from, you know, it'll probably be reasonable as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, I just want to think about them for a second, mention them, and just note that the moment has not been lost on me, what we are currently going through. Yeah, guys. I don't know what. It's so many things wrong. It's so many things that need to be fixed. And it's a multi, what is it? Not multi-level, but it's a very complex issue. And it's going to take a complex answer, solution. But anyway, that's it. That's all I want to say. I just want to think about those families and not politicize it, but to really, just as a parent of someone who just barely got out of elementary school. And Jordan was really young when Sandy Hook happened, and I was just torn up. I just was torn up because I thought about what if it was me, and how I just wouldn't be able to move on, that it would be quite difficult to put one foot in front of another after something like this happens in your life. And no parent should have to go through it. No one should have to go through it. But anyway, that's it. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm very excited about Yolanda's book coming out, guys. And I will say this. I'm going to talk about some things today. You guys, it's amazing to have a book like this. It's amazing to be able to create dolls. Whether you are sewing them, crocheting them, or knitting them, the fact that you have the ability, that you have a certain set of skills, in the words of Liam Neeson in the movie Taken, that you have a certain set of skills that would allow you to create something beautiful, and not only something beautiful, but something that actually can resemble you or a child that you love. And I am 56 years old, and it's probably my generation where dolls, again, we talked about this before, I mentioned it before, where dolls were being begun to be made in skin tones that look like mine. But it wasn't common. And I mean, yeah, it wasn't common. It was fairly new. And I've had, you know, I mean, my dolls weren't all black, because again, it was it was rare to find when I was really young. And you know, eventually, like I said, Barbie did begin to make them in different skin tones, but you know, it took a while, guys. And so to have, I can't explain it. But it's something about being able to see something that looks like you. That my son, you know, it was the same thing with Black Panther. One of the things I loved about it was that my kid could have a superhero that he could look at that looked like him. And he actually connected those dots on his own. And it was powerful. It was just powerful. So this book that Yolanda has come out with, and all the people who, you know, create these kinds of things, but the book, it's amazing for us to have something like that on the shelves, something like that is available to us. And again, like I said, if you know, I don't know what we're going to do for Wings next year, but this year when we were making dolls and small amigurumi, they were specifically asking for dolls in all skin tones. And so anybody can buy this book because you will find a use for it. So I haven't made anything out of it. I have actually owned one of Yolanda's patterns for years. I just have not made it. Because I tend to make amigurumi animals and things. But I'm for sure going to be making some things in this book. I'm going to try to jump on it fairly quickly so I can give it a fair review. I'm not going to review it until I actually make something from it. But just the initial flip through it, it's just exciting to have such a book. So I think she's fantastic. I will link her channel down below and give her a follow, guys, and help this crochet artist become more and more well known. Share out her book, share out her links, and yeah, spread the word because it's amazing. I mean, even, yeah, and she used, from what she said, I haven't looked, but from what she said in some of her lives, she used a lot of that skein tones yarn for her, the skin colors on her dolls. So, I still haven't used my skein tones, and I have it. I just lean toward other things, but I bought it right away because I was encouraged that, again, to find a line of yarn that came in different skin tone, different shades of brown, because we come in different shades of brown. And so it was very cool to have that. But yeah, she used skein tones is what she said. For the most part, she said there may be one or two yarns that were not skein tones that she used, but for the most part, she used skein tones. So yeah, see, I'm almost to the end of this row. So this way really does go faster, which is good for me because the thing that I love the look of knitting. What's challenging is how long it takes versus crochet. It's why I lean toward crochet, because you can get your mess done when you're doing it in crochet. But I like the look of knitting for garments. And so, yeah, I'm going to try to stick with this and not let this become a long languishing whip. So my plan is to really work on this every day. And as you can see, we've been doing this, I've been doing this for almost 15 minutes, and I didn't even finish my row yet. And this is a baby sweater. So y'all, can you imagine just getting down one row on an adult garment, like especially for like a plus size girl like me? It takes forever. So, but I figured with this baby sweater, what I need to do is just put some work on it every day. So that's what I'm going to do. And I think, I'm going to end out the Talk With Me Tuesday. I hope you guys will just continue to keep those families in Texas and the other situation that happened as well. The hate crime that happened at the grocery store. Please keep those families in your prayers. And, just pray for our world. Pray for our nation. Pray for healing. And all of that. All right, guys. I'll talk back soon. Till we meet again. Keep it crafty.